Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. My name is Michelle, and today we're going to try something totally different. A while back, not that far back, but Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner had done this little purse mold thing. And it was also something that I would not have ever thought of even wanting to make. But it came out so cute. So I had bought one, and then I had to find some stickers that would fit on it. So I ended up getting a couple of different ones, and these ones just came in today. And we'll go over those in a minute. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy another kit, so then I can make both pieces at the same time. And I know I can make two of them. So that's what I did. But I also, you can buy just the kit itself. So this is the other one and this is like a black gunmetal, which is, you know, more of my speed for sure. So it does come with two different types of chain. So I don't know which one we will be using today, but let's open these and see. So these are the gold. It does come with some little sandpaper and a few little sticks. We'll put that over there. And it comes with two different type of, hanging shoulder strap or whatever. All right, there we go. And it comes with the gold clasp thing. And then we have our mold. So I'm just going to put all the extra pieces in one box. So this is the mold. And I remember Claire saying when she put her sticker on that okay, so on this side, you can see where the indentation goes. So I am going to write top on the top so that when I put my sticker on, I am making sure I'm putting it on the right way. She ended up getting really lucky, and hers was facing the right direction. But yeah, my luck doesn't run like that. So let's get both of these out. So again, it's the same thing with the, the sandpaper, the clasp, the sticks, and all that good stuff. All right. So what I'll do is I'll keep one for the molds and then one for the extra hardware stuff. So let's get this one open. And I'm also going to, and that's the top. So let's right top. So yeah, she wasn't kidding when it's very, very thin. All right, let me just move this out of my way so we can concentrate on these and getting our stickers. So I'll move those. So I did open these when they came today so that I could look at them. And I'm not sure. I'm probably going to mix up 8 ounces of resin, which I'm thinking is going to be too much. I'm thinking these are going to hold maybe 3, 4 maybe. But these are like a steampunk theme. But they're the butterfly with the clock. So this has got that pretty green and blue and orange. And then we've got the reds. So yeah, we'll be putting these on some stuff for sure. And these are the UV DTF stickers. So I'm not going to waste too much time on on them right now, but I do want to look at all. I have not opened these yet. Because I was struggling with another project that I was doing. Oh my goodness, that thing gave me a headache. All right, so these are like the sunflowers and the butterflies. So you could use a lot of different color backgrounds. The same with this one, very spring-like. And then just like, you know, a field of flowers. Now, the only thing with these is there's not two of the same. So I'll probably end up doing it, you know, on the one side. This one is gorgeous. I'm thinking we might be using this one. So I'm going to put these back in this. So far, I'm really liking that one. It's speaking to me. It is. And then these are just absolutely adorable. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Got this little guy. Got this one. And again, I mean, these could go on a bowl or, you know, like the side of a jar or a cup or a mug or whatever. So there's a ton of different options that we can do with these. Oh my goodness, he's cute. So I believe you get 10 of each, like 10 sheets in there. And I will list these in the description box. Oh, this one's really cute too. That one would actually make a cute purse. So, all right. So I think we're going to go with that one. Now we've got to find a color that's going to kind of match with it. So let me grab my eye candy colors and see if we've got some that might work. Let's see. This is, you're calling it candy red, but that's like a rusty color. I wished I had a lighter maybe this macaw blue. It's a little bit darker, but it's the same, like the undertones are the same. And I can maybe add a little bit of, although this one I think would work too, the jasmine. All right, let's do the jasmine because we've already used the macaw, even though I love it. I want to use a different color. So we will use the jasmine. And then once I mix it, if I need to lighten it a little bit, I think, you know, I could add a little bit of white. But yeah, I think we're going to be fine. So this is going to go last because I'm going to pour this enough to cover the bottom, but leave a clear space over it. So let me get my resin mixed up, and I'm going to, we'll get it colored, and then we will get these poured. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I got 8 ounces, so I split it in 2 cups, just so I have a better, understanding on how much each one takes. So let's get some of this mica powder in here. And let's see, I'm going to use a scoop, about like that. So it's a hefty amount. And maybe we'll do 2 of those scoops. Put 2. And this does have a sparkle to it as well. So let's see. And grab my sticker so I can kind of make sure that, that color is, yeah, I think that'll be a pretty color. Okay. But guys, this eye candy mica powder, I'm really, really impressed on how well it mixes in. So I'm definitely going to be getting some more of the pigment paste. So yeah. All right. So let's start with 1. And I'm going to put this to the side so I can push that one back. So I am going to spray this to try and help any bubbles that may. So I'm going to go around the edge, and then I'm going to pull the edges to, because it's so thin that you have to pour it on the base in order to get it to go down those sides. Sitting here trying to, just specifically pour in the groove like that it's just going to be, you're going to want to pull your hair out. So, and I want to make sure that I leave a little bit of a rim so that we can pour once we put our sticker in. Whoa, come back this way. Yeah, because I don't believe Claire had mentioned how much resin she had mixed up. So I kind of tried to gauge by what she had in her cup. All right, let's, so I can, this side can use just a smidge more. All right, so that leaves us just a little bit on the top, and that took 2 ounces. So yeah, we're we're going to have, well, just over 2 ounces. So we're going to definitely have some extra, but that's okay because I have got a new, I've got a new mold, but I'm not sure how much it takes yet. So, all right, let's get this one poured. And these molds are pretty thick, guys. They're not gonna get all wonky on us. All right, so I'm just gonna, there's a couple bubbles there. So I'm just kind of, you know, and they're good and sturdy that you can actually bang them, which kind of helps. This is the Bond Craftor resin, the 1-to-1. Okay. So, let me move this. We can move this out of the way. And I've got 3.5 ounces. So I would definitely mix up 2.5 ounces for each side. That way, you know, you're better off to have a little bit than not enough. So let me grab, so I did get, Let's Resin sent me, they asked me if I wanted to try their new duck and chick mold, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. I think those would be cute. So purple wasn't my first thought on color, but you know, we'll see how much these hold, and then we can decide. All right, so this is the little chick, and this one holds 5.3, 4.7, and this one is 17.3. So we are going to go on to Plan B. So we will be making those coming up real soon. And they also sent me their picture frame molds. Remember we made this one and it was wonky? So we're gonna do this one a little different. So this one definitely seems to be much sturdier. So, Let me get my white pigment paste and let's lighten that up. So we'll use the Let's Resin Ocean White. And see if we can get this lighter. And then when I mix the clear to put the sticker in, I can finish this one. And I'm putting quite a bit because I do want that to lighten up. Yeah, I think that lightened that up good. Because again, remember, if we put a picture, we need this to be a light background in order for it to show up on, but I might use a sticker too, I don't know. We will see. I just want to see how this one turns out. Because if I have the same problem with this one, I'm going to make some little pieces to go underneath the back of this, which I'm going to do anyways because I'd like to be able to use that other mold. Just making sure that that whole back is coated. Okay. And we've got enough to pour a thin layer in this bottom piece here. I'm going to see if and I did not even look to see how much this took. I'm sure it's on here somewhere. So I'm gonna do this different than I did the last one. Remember, the last one I put the image on the silicone. This time I'm gonna put it on the resin, and then we'll do a thin coat over the top, just like we're gonna do with that. All right, so just cleaning that edge up so we have a nice finish. All right, and that is it for these, and I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so these are cured. I did put them on the heat mat for a little bit just to speed up the time. So what I'm going to do is I've cut this down pretty much to size, and I'm just going to peel the back off. Now this has 2 layers, so we'll peel the back part off. And I'm gonna try, All right, that's where it's going. And you get one try with this, people. One try. So we're a little crooked, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. We are gonna go with it. All right, so let me see if I can cut that. Because my resin is still, it is still a little tacky. So I peeled that first layer off, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to cut that right down through. All right. So we will have to add something around this edge because I done screwed it up. I did. I'm not used to these big stickers. And I'm hoping that my resin isn't too tacky. Oh, crap. I mean, I could touch it with my fingers, but now I did not want to separate the sides. Why is it whenever I try to do something perfect, I have issues? There we go. My word. Why must everything be so difficult? Oh. All right. I am just going to push this down a little bit. All right, so hang on. I think I knew how I'm going to fix this. If I can find the right size. All right, I bought 2 sizes of these diamonds. And let me see. Because if we're going to pour them in going to pour resin in here anyways. Let's see if we can outline. Oh, that might work, guys. This might work. All right, so I'm just gonna take this tape off. I got sticky stuff all over my fingers. Because the resin's just gonna sit underneath these little diamonds, I'm hoping. And I think that is just going to give it a little extra bling. Oh, excuse me. All right, so hopefully once I put the resin, I can get that to stay right like that. I think that's going to be really cute. And then it will disguise any little imperfections, hopefully, around the edge. So what I did is I mixed up 4 ounces. So I'm going to slide this over. I'll fix it after. And I'm going to, we're going to put this one in. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna kind of do it like I do when I'm doing like vinyl stickers. Because I think it's going to just work much easier. I couldn't find a regular picture to put on here, and I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, well, we'll use one of the turtle stickers and see how that looks. And this was the only one that kind of had like a purpley pink in the background, so there we go. So we just want to make sure that we've got any bubbles out. Like there's one there. I'm just gonna pop it. So if you just make a hole in it and then you press, you can pretty much get rid of any bubbles that you might have. Usually I wait until, you know, my resin's fully hard, but I wanted to try it when it was still tacky, and yeah, that's, just wait until it's completely firm, guys. Take it from me. At least with these type of stickers. So I'm just like squeegeeing out any like little air bubbles that, just poking a hole basically through the, all right, let me get this film off. I almost forgot to pull the film off. This one should be a little bit more cured than the other one was. All right. Just trying to not break that suction around the edge. Yeah. See how much better it goes when the resin is more solidified. Ugh. And hopefully that line will go away when we pour that next layer of resin. Let's hope and pray, guys. But that's cute. All right, we're gonna pour this last. I got two little somethings in there. All right. So let's, I'm just making sure. Looks like that's a bubble. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So I am gonna spray that with some alcohol. And like I said, we're just gonna pour a thin layer. So I'm assuming, like we won't even need a full ounce. But I made a full ounce just to be on the safe side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna push this resin right up to the edge here, getting underneath those little stones if I can. So what I probably should do is put some gloves on and get the resin laid and then put the stones down on top. So hang on, let me grab some gloves. I was hoping it would just kind of float underneath the stones, but yeah, it's really not doing that. So, all right, and I'm gonna try and, all right, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to get it so I could see what I was doing, and yeah, that wasn't working. All right, so now I thought about putting a little bit of crushed crystal in here, but I'm glad I didn't now, because we ended up using those little diamond, whatever you want to call them. And I just got this off Amazon, and I had basically got it for my jewelry pieces. So I could add, you know, like some diamonds into the jewelry, and I just haven't got to that video yet. But I'm like, okay, so we can definitely use them in this. And I just want to make sure that the resin is underneath where these stones are going. Like I said, I should have laid them down after, but I didn't. So, oh, crap. And like all of a sudden now my nose is running. I think my allergies are acting up. Let me move this back so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna move that to the edge. I think anything on that outer edge will get trimmed with the deburring tool, I'm hoping. So I'm just kind of getting it so that there's resin underneath these stones, because I want them to be in there for good. I don't want them to be falling off. Yeah, just so we can get that resin underneath. See, it's slowly working its way under, but I want to make sure that we have that really good bond underneath. Alright, that is looking pretty spiffy. Oh, I think that's gonna be pretty, guys. And I do have a few little spots that are pulling away, so I want to make sure that I have that full coverage. I don't want any little areas with no resin at all, because it will just deter from us doing this whole process. All right, so spray that, and let's just slide these back. So this one's just gonna need just a thin, I wasn't even thinking when I did this, I could have filled this right up because we're not putting a sticker on this side, but yeah, by the time I thought of it, it was too late. So I'm just gonna put a thin layer just to make sure that it's full. All right. So far that's just 2 ounces, an ounce for each one of these. So that should be a good amount. And I'm hoping that that is a tight enough edge that where I broke the section, it won't affect it when I was pulling that sticker off. And I should have put a little bit of alcohol down first, and I didn't. Let me do it now. And that'll just help make sure it can move. And I gotta remember when I zoom in that I've gotta double check my angle here to make sure I'm still in frame. So if you guys are new watching this and you haven't subscribed, if you could at least consider doing so, it would help my channel tremendously. It is free, and if you know of anybody that might like to see the video, feel free to share it out. I would really appreciate all the help. I'm trying to grow my channel, and lately I've just been running into just so many different obstacles at home of trying to get my videos done, guys. I'm so stressed out. All right, let's that is so pretty. And I don't want to overfill it, but I want to make sure that I don't have any like bald spots. Okay, so let's turn this. So the reason that I'm doing these ones first is so the resin can have time to like run to the edges and, you know, whatever, and make sure that it's level. And to make sure there's no like little areas that are going to pull away, and because I can do this part, you know, anytime, but I want to make sure that these ones are done, because these are the focus, these are the main project. All right, so let's get some in here. And it's going to cover that. Yay! So I might have to mix up some more for the bottom, which is fine because it's basically, I want to see if this is going to come out better than the cheap $3 clearance one that I bought from Michael's. And then we will be doing another video because I have this one in the heart. So I will be doing another video showing the water slides. So yeah, we will be doing that again here real soon. This way here I'll know what to expect with this mold. And I can get my photos ready ahead of time. You know, like if I've got to mix up 2 more ounces to put in the bottom, it's not a big deal. I can do that off camera. But I wanted to get these on so you guys could see how they work and the difference of making sure your resin is completely cured. Makes life so much easier, especially for these type of stickers. I wasn't even giving that a thought, that, you know, these were a much more intense sticker than the little PET ones that I'm used to using. So, you know, we all learned something today. Seems like I've been learning an awful lot the past few days. Yep. So that is looking really good. And I got there was a little pull away there. So that is that one. Look how cute. And you can see right there, see that little, there's one little spot where the resin is pulling away. So we just want to make sure that we have none of those on any of these pieces. That one is looking really good. So is this one. I mean, if anything, I think I've like overfilled it, but that's fine. All right, so I'm just gonna add some more of this purple. And so I did just order some more of these, the mica powders. I ordered the bigger jars. So hopefully that will be here in a few days. And I'm not going to lighten this one because it's the bottom of the base. And I did get some powder in there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. So I'm going to have to mix up probably another ounce. And I'll just do that off camera, guys, and I'll finish filling it. And then I'll be back for demold. Oh, sorry guys, I know you can't see what I'm doing here. Alrighty. So, like I said, I'll mix up 1 more ounce and then I'll be back and we will demold and put this thing together. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys, these are all nice and cured. This is beautiful, guys. So I'm gonna demold this one first because I'm really curious to see the difference between the different molds. Like I said, we'll be doing this again and putting a picture in once I know it's oh yeah, much better. Look at that, nice and straight. That is so cute. All right, so I had ended up mixing up 40 mLs. I could have done a little bit more, but I was like, yeah, it's gonna be good enough. So and I will have to, I'm hoping it's, okay, good. It is hard enough to just get those sharp little edges off. Okay. Oh, and look at that. We got like a crackly effect. Like a marbly. Cool. And I think it goes like this. Oh, look at that. So cute. All right, so 1 success. Yay! All right, let me just move this out and all right. So I'm gonna just loosen this all up. Now, normally I'd get to this point, we'd demold one and I would have to make another one. But because I bought 2 kits, now I have the 2 molds. And I do have some trimming on this one. Fix my mold here. So that is pretty awesome. Okay. So when I'm doing this, I always turn it the other way and go down the other way, and then you can get your corners much easier. one piece. Yay. All right, so let's get this bad boy out. I think this is gonna be really, really cute. Let me... All right. And there we have it. See, and that's where that little lip was that when I put top on the mold, that's what that was for. There are a few little tiny micro bubbles on this one, but it's not going to matter because it's going to be inside of the purse. I mean, technically you wouldn't even have to do this part because it's gonna be inside of the, that's what's gonna be glued in, but, and there we have it. So I do have a little something here that I've got to, and other than that, we have no trimming, no nothing to do. That is gorgeous. Okay, so let me grab my hardware. All we're gonna need. Okay. So, got our and that fits right in there, guys, really, really well. I mean, there's a little bit of a space around it. Yeah, and that's, all right, so let's get some E6000. And I'm gonna open my new one because I want it to be a thin little stream in there. All right. So I'm just putting some like little dollops around. And when I got close to where this has a little You can see that little wire. I made sure I didn't put any glue in there, just because I didn't want to have a chance of it messing with the mechanism. Whoa. Okay. Get this one side. Oh, dummy, make sure you put it in right. Oh, I took all that time and I almost screwed up. Look at that. Okay, and we will flip this over. Let's test this one. Oh, that is so cute. All right. And I'll just do the same thing. Oh, I guess that's in there. And this side doesn't have the, you know, the little mechanism thing. So this side is a little bit easier. So, I mean, you could probably use super glue. You know, if you don't have the E6000, I'm sure it would work the same. It's just, you know, I've tried the E6000 and I know that it works really well. Okay. I got a little bit of glue in there. All right, I'm just gonna wipe that off. Yeah. And we'll get our little cover in. Look at how cute that is. And we can put our little chain on it. there we have it, guys. A beautiful little purse. I'm impressed with this. I will definitely be making some more of these. I think the clasp looks a little crooked, but you know, you could even do them. I have there's one little micro bubble under there, but that's fine. You know, you could put even kids' sceneries, and, you know, kids could use them. They are so cute. So I will get some final pictures, and I'm just going to leave this, you know, get the pictures, and then I'll leave this to dry. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, what I could do for another one, because I have another gold frame like this, and I have the black gunmetal frame. So yeah, let me know, and I will see you guys on the next video. I'm gonna show you this one again up close. This came out so cute. Look how nice and straight this one is. So we will definitely be revisiting the water slide paper, and I'm going to do it the same way I did the sticker one. So yeah. Alrighty, guys, have a great day. Bye.